Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Rustam and I'm going to record part 3 of virtual presentation. Earlier in 2 parts, I explained different topics. Actually, the purpose of this video recording is that BS English first semester students should be guided on how to prepare their PowerPoint presentation. So now in this video, this is part 3 of the video. So I'm going to explain the topic to Isha Tariq, row number 17. Isha, you have to record, first you have to design a PowerPoint on this topic, 3 story cycles of romances. So romance was a genre of literature very popular during Middle Ages or medieval literature in England. So there were 3 cycles, as you can see here. One was a matter of Britain. This story cycles had stories attributed to King Arthur, who was a Celtic king, and he was the king who fought against Anglo-Saxon invasion. Actually, the forefathers of the English today, they are Anglo-Saxons, but actually the original inhabitant of Britain, they were Celts. So King Arthur was their champion, and so he fought against Anglo-Saxons. So there are many stories attributed to this king. So this is known as matter of Britain, or stuff of Britain, or material from Britain stories. Then there is a matter of France. These are the tales related to Charlemagne. Charlemagne was a French hero, and he is known to have fought against, I think, Muslims through in crusades. I'm not very much clear about him, but he was a historical and heroic figure. So there were many stories, romances. Romance is actually a tale of chivalry and knighthood, and in which people have lot of dangerous situations, etc. Then matter of Rome, a very famous story of Troy. Okay, Greeks and Trojans, they were in fight, and Helen of Troy, that is the most beauteous woman, she was abducted from Greece and taken to Troy. And Troy is actually the name, the Greek name is Ilium. Okay, Ilium. Ilium is the name of a city or country, you can say, and located close to Greece. So Prince Paris, I think, she was in love with Lady Helen. She was abducted. Now there was a 10 years war between both armies, and there are many heroes who got killed, like Achilles, and Homer wrote Odyssey and Iliad. Iliad means story of Ilium. It is a epic. So there are so many stories related to this event in history. And then we have Alexander the Great, and he was a warrior and a conqueror of the world. So these were the 3 story cycles. So this student, Isha Tariq, you have to cover all this in your presentation. So your focus must be on romances. You must note down other romances, name of the romances, some authors who put them together, etc. Then Aisha Khurshid, row number 18, your topic is history of drama up to 16th century, that is drama in Middle Ages. So drama started from the church service, that is liturgical drama, liturgy, that church service, and church drama everywhere had religious origin, and drama was a vehicle in the hands of priests to propagate their cult, particularly Christianity. And but later on, drama shifted from inside the church building to churchyard, and then into the market. So these are certain stages of drama: liturgical play, mystical, miracle, morality. There are differences. You need to Asha Khurshid, you need to explain all this in your PowerPoint presentation. Make a PowerPoint presentation and then record your voice using X Recorder or voice over feature of PowerPoint. So mystery and miracle play, they are sometimes used synonymously, but there is a minor difference. That is, mystery play deal with scripture matter. Scripture means biblical text. So Old Testament and New Testament. That is Pentateuch, Old Testament. We in Islam we call it Torah, and Psalms of David, Zabur. So and then Injil. That is gospel. So all these books, heavenly books, are known as scripture. So stories like fall of man, creation of heaven and earth, then there are so many, then ascension, then crucifixion of Jesus Christ. All this was staged, and these topics were the topics of mystery and miracle plays. So actually mystery deals with scripture matter and miracle deals with non-scripture matter, that is lives of saints. Okay, there were apostles, and then there were Pope, and there were so many saints. So stories related to these saints are depicted in miracle plays. Morality plays, they present on stage abstractions, virtues, vices, etc. And interlude is a kind of comedy which was introduced during the break of serious play. So this all has to be presented by Aisha Khurshi. So you need to read the books recommended, notes, and even you can visit Google and collect material, then prune it and adapt it, and then present. Then Tayyib Ahmed, your topic is Renaissance. Okay, origin and special features. So Renaissance was a revolt against medieval thought. Okay, in Middle Ages there was darkness all around. There was no fine art. People didn't take interest in this world. The other worldliness was paramount. Pope was the sole authority, and people couldn't have free thought. So there were scholastic debates, and knighthood and chivalry. They were they were the way of life in Middle Ages. And ideal man of Middle Ages was a knight and a monk. But in Renaissance, the ideal man was a humanist, the person who had learning, the person who paid attention to fine arts, particularly music, dance, poetry, painting, architecture, and then sculpture. Okay, so Renaissance started from Italy, and with the fall of Constantinople. Okay, the Turks attacked Eastern Roman Empire, Byzantium, in 1453 or 1452, I think. So Turks had a conquest, and Greeks scholars fled and they reached Italy, and thus from Italy Renaissance started. Okay, and what are the features? Already mentioned that Renaissance was a kind of interest in mankind, exploration, science, and printing press. And then people moved around, Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, there were so many explorations, interest in this world, study of mankind, man and human body, beauty, fine arts. All this is known as Renaissance. You have to discuss all this. Then Halima Bibi, your topic is regular English tragedy and comedy. So before we move to regular English tragedy and comedy, regular English tragedy and comedy is a feature of 16th century England, that is Shakespearean age or Renaissance age or Elizabethan age. Okay, Queen Elizabeth, that was the longest queen of England. So literature created during Queen Elizabeth is known as Elizabethan age. It is also a Renaissance age. So earlier the drama was just mystery, miracle, morality, and interlude and liturgical play. And this drama was didactic drama. It dealt with themes not related to man. It was a scripture, non-scripture matter. But here actual tragedy and comedy starts. That is life, human life is depicted. So the people who wrote the first tragedy and comedy in English. Particularly, I would like to mention the first regular tragedy, that was Gorboduc. Gorboduc was a king of England, and he had two sons named Ferrex and Porrex. So king, divided his kingdom among these two sons, and later on there was a lot of killing. Actually, this tragedy was written by Thomas Sackville and Thomas Norton. It was their joint, venture, and it imitated Senecan model. Okay, Senecan model. So actually, there were classical dramatists like Greek dramatists like Aeschylus, Sophocles, Euripides. They were tragedy writers, and Aristophanes, he was a comedy writer. And same way, after the fall of Greece, Romans, they came into power, and in literary tradition we have Plautus and Terence. They were comedy writers, and Seneca, sometimes we pronounce it Seneca, Seneca, and Seneca, he was a tragedy writer. So this tragedy, first English regular tragedy, Gorboduc, that was written under the influence of Senecan model. Revenge is its theme. So this tragedy is divided into 5 acts. So from Senecan model onward, all the tragedies were divided into this 5 acts. Now comedy, the first regular comedy was Rolf Royster. Rolf Royster was a hero, and in this comedy, and it was composed by Nicholas Adel, who was a headmaster of public school Eton. Okay, so these two tragedies particularly are required to be discussed in your PowerPoint presentation. If you found time, you can also discuss Gamber Gutton's Needle. Okay, Gamber was a housemaid, and this was another very important comedy of that era, and written by John Stale. So these 3 works you need to comment in your presentation. So after these 2 regular English comedy and tragedy, although they were not very masterpieces, just they laid down, they departed from medieval playwriting. So after this we are moving into university wits. Okay, so university wits, they were let me name them here. They were people, a lot of people, I think, so they are not mentioned here. Anyhow, from my memory, I'm going to talk about these people like Thomas Kidd. There was Nash, Lilly, and Kidd. They were university wits, and the shining star of the university wits was Christopher Marlowe. So they are called university wits because they were geniuses, because they had master degree in English, and they were graduated from one of the university, that is Oxford or Cambridge. So they wrote plays, and there was a circle, and Hajra Rahman, you have to discuss the works of university wits. Okay, and you can skip discussing Christopher Marlowe, because Shoaib has been given separate presentation on Christopher Marlowe. Although Christopher Marlowe was also a university wit, and he was the top star of this circle, so you need to discuss other figures of this circle, and you can just mention name of Christopher Marlowe. Now video time is going to be up, so Shoaib, in the next video, that is part 4, you need to listen. I'll explain how you are going to discuss Christopher Marlowe. Okay, so this way you can all can write your design your PowerPoints, and then you can introduce your creativity and ingenuity into your presentation. So don't confine yourself to whatever has been explained in this video. So you need to read the text given to you, and then design a very good PowerPoint presentation. Thanks. Now listen to part 4 of this video.